Hi, how are you? This video is all about my experience at Circadium's 2020 Orientation Week. Orientation Week was really just Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, the 23rd, 4th, and 5th.
She'll grow up and put on her suits and try to change the world.
So I was going to go through the schedule with you guys and just give my first impressions of the school. I start regular classes with my instructors starting tomorrow, and so I think that I'm going to film all week starting tomorrow, like film for the whole week of classes, and then just pick out some highlights and compile those into a video for you guys to see how my first week of real classes went. But today we're just going to be talking about orientation. So on Wednesday the 23rd, we had an arrival and kind of welcome sessions, and the school's executive director, Shana Kennedy, spoke to us for a while about COVID protocol and just school policies and stuff like that. We had a break for lunch, and then we had 4 hours of open practice or going to individual health meetings or conditioning assessments. So everyone in the school had to have their conditioning assessment done and an individual health meeting over those 3 orientation days, but people were scheduled at different days. Mine were all scheduled on Wednesday, so I had my individual health meeting on Wednesday and my conditioning assessment. So the conditioning assessment was testing our flexibility and strength just to kind of see where we are so that we know what to work on and how far we've come after our first term. So that was kind of hard because I wasn't expecting it. We did a lot of ab work, flex demonstrations, and some freestanding handstands and stuff like that, and that was a 30-minute assessment. Then my individual health meeting went really well. It was just a little 15-minute meeting, kind of opening the dialogue with the school about my medical and my health background. So the school, wants to know where we are at because it's a very demanding program and it does require you to be healthy and have, checks and balances with your health. So we talked about things like how much I sleep and my diet and my mental health and coping mechanisms and stress mechanisms and everything like that might come up when I start this very rigorous 40 hours a week program. I thought that the meeting went very well. I was very happy with that. Then it was just open practice. Now, honestly, as someone who's a first year coming in, not knowing the school or the space, it did feel a little like we were left unattended. I did feel a little isolated at times where it was just this massive building and second and third years doing what they knew they should be doing, and first years just kind of being left unattended. However, it was a really good opportunity for me to meet my classmates and also, get to know the space in my own time and doing skills that I already knew and, that. So there were give and takes to that part of it. But Thursday we did the same thing. We came in, had kind of our morning info session. We asked questions. We went over more protocols and lots of stuff like that. And then we had lunch. And while they were doing lunch on Thursday the 24th, they had a voter registration thing set up. It was fantastic. So I already sent in my mail-in ballot. So I already took care of that, but I'm so glad that they made it a priority for other people to get involved. So they were registering them to vote, they were telling them where to vote, how, all of that amazing stuff. And so they were doing that during lunchtime, which was just really fantastic. Then the end of the day, the 1 to 3:30, was the same thing as Wednesday. So it was that kind of, go do what you have to do. If you have a meeting scheduled, you have to go to the meeting. If you have a conditioning assessment, all of that fun stuff. And if you don't have any of that, it's an open practice. So I just had an open, 3.5 hour practice. And again, it was a little isolating, but overall, I still really liked how orientation was run. After that, we had an hour break where we went home, and then we had a Zoom book discussion for our summer reading. So we had an assigned summer reading list to pick from, and then we read those books and talked about them. They were all to kickstart our anti-racism class that we have this term. And so it was very interesting. I really liked the conversation and dialogues that got opened up by that book. The book that I chose was Such a Fun Age. You guys should definitely read it. It is an amazing book. Definitely for an older audience, but it is such a great book. I highly recommend it. On Friday, the 25th, we had those info sessions like we did every other day, where we came in, you know, kind of our morning acclamation, if you will. And then we had class meetings. So each grade had their own scheduled time, and we met with the 3 instructors handling Friday presentations. So in this school program, you perform every single Friday. You have an assignment, and it's every single week you'll have to present in front of your class and your teachers. So we had a meeting about that because it's a very big part of the program. And then, again, we had an open practice, which I actually used it to work with my group for our presentation on Friday, because we got a prompt and our assignment for next Friday. So we got a jump start on that, which was great. And then I went home, and that concluded orientation week at Circadium School of Contemporary Circus in Philadelphia. So I hope you guys are enjoying this content, and I hope it's, you know, educational if you wanted to know about this school, or you wanted to know about programs in general for this higher education circus. And yeah, I think I'm gonna make that video. I'll post it next Sunday about my first week. I hope you guys are looking forward to that. I'm also really excited about Wednesday's video. It's a little bit more arts and craftsy, but it's still fitting our brand. So I hope you guys enjoy all of that. I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you for watching and supporting me. Goodbye.
This little daisy girl wasn't made to break.
I should probably like brush my hair sometime.